the art of wrestling. They're both solid wrestlers.
Colonel Mustafa, very well versed in the arts of a sneak attack.
Yes. I'm rather surprised because Mustafa is not a quick starter. He, a bit like Greg the Hammer Valentine, takes a little time to get warmed up.
I think he is showing perhaps some respect for Greg Valentine.
Yes, he needs a few heavy shots to get going. And Valentine, although he may have been caught napping there at the beginning, I'm sure that he won't allow...
Welcome back to Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, here for Chaos Corner. How's it going, pro wrestling community? What's going on, IWC? Coming to you live to tape 25 feet below the surface of the earth. Wait a minute. I'm live, but I'm taping at the same time. Fuck it, you guys get the idea. Welcome back to another YouTube episodic adventure as we present Flashback. Sit back and relax, grab a coffee, grab a bottle of water, grab a tea, grab a bagel, some scrambled eggs, grab your sister's ass for all I care. Much love and respect for everyone that is here today. We're going to be pumping out the content hopefully all week into the weekend. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans, with my over 50 years as a historian, a researcher, a scout, an agent, a producer, a fan, a smark, a mark. That's right, I said it, a mark. And my over 3 decades in the pro wrestling journey, 4 decades as a pro wrestling manager who took the fucking bumps, which is more than most of you out there in the IWC could say. Did I say IWC could say? Say that 3 times fast. Take out your notebooks. I'm going to be taking attendance, and sit back and relax as we go through, I believe we're in the year, in the time machine here, 1987. 1987. So keep that in mind as we view some classic historic footage from what I consider to be perhaps the second golden era in the history of pro wrestling, being the advent of television and all that in the 50s and into the 80s, and the rock and roll connection, and WrestleMania and Starrcade and the NWA and the territories and the AWA and World Class and so on and so forth. You guys get it. Mid-Atlantic, Georgia, Florida, the West Coast, the Midwest, Canada, Japan, Mexico. We haven't done Flashback in a little while, so I want to present some footage. I won't do too much commentary. Right now in the ring, Greg the Hammer Valentine and the Iron Sheik. As you can hear some of the background noise, no copyrights, no algorithm issues. Drop an elbow on that like button, leave a comment, which really helps out the channel. Subscribe, tap that bell, share this out. It's free, man. Much love and respect to you, the fans, as I already said, and a shout out to my moderators who are holding it down, keeping it real, and maintaining. And that would be my brother from another mother, Austin Nance, and the OTS Tribal Queen. So let's chill. I'm not going to be too much full of piss and vinegar, although I do have an unbelievable French vanilla this morning. As the Hammer right now taking it to the Iron Sheik with Colonel Mustafa. Again, in the time machine, here on Chaos Corner. I believe we are in the year 1987. I also believe on these tapes, and again, these are from the Vault of Chaos Chronicles. Let that sink in, let that marinate. Actual VHS tapes. That's right, we're throwing it back retro, old school. And I believe we will go from territory to territory, from federation to federation, from promotion to promotion, organization to organization. And I think the big draw on this flashback episode is Chi-Town Heat from 1987. Jim Crockett Promotions, well, actually the NWA. She goes to cover the Hammer. And this was when the Iron Sheik was with Sheik Adnan Al-KC. a.k.a. Colonel Mustafa. So enjoy. Let's have a good time here today. We're coming up on 2,500 subscribers, 5,000 videos here on the channel, over 1 million total views, averaging anywhere from 20,000 on the low end to 65,000 on the high end viewers a week. Not a month, a week. So subscribe, as I said. Valentine with the big body slam on the Sheik, who's in the fatigues, and he's setting up for the figure four. And you hear in the background, Lord Alfred Hayes, of all people. Listen to the crowd. Listen to the reactions. Let me know what you think of the content. And there's the figure four. But he's right by the ropes, and there's Adnan Al-KC to break it up, a.k.a. Billy White Wolf from back in the day of Chief Jay Strongbow and Billy White Wolf as the tag team. How about that for changing personas? And now Valentine beating him all the way down the entrance aisle with chops and headbutts and elbows to Colonel Mustafa, and the Sheik's in hot pursuit. All three men in the middle of the aisle. Sean Mooney and Lord Alfred Hayes on the commentary in the booth, along with yours truly. I'm in a good mood, man. And here's the figure four again. And here comes Colonel Mustafa to enter the ring again. Where's the referee? Got the brain of a dehydrated BB. How about a disqualification? Danny Davis is the referee at this time. A dangerous Danny Davis. And could this be a double disqualification? It looked like it was a double disqualification, fans, and here we go. We bounce around here when we do flashback. We go into the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair in the black and white robe. Unbelievable. It looks like he's going over to the commentary booth. In the booth, it's Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and Roddy Piper along with the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. And there's Flair antagonizing the Piper and slapped him across the back of the head. This is at the announce table, at the booth. Piper and Flair face to face. Let's get some words here as the fans go bonkers. Piper and Flair jaw-jacking here on WWF Superstars taping. There's VKM, and then Flair hits Piper with the belt. Down goes Piper off the booth, and there's the Macho Man as the innocent bystander. Flair now with the wooden chair all over Macho Man. Macho Man just looking on, being the innocent bystander. With those old wooden chairs, and there's Pat Patterson of all people, trying to break it up. Flair laying in the right hands to the dome piece of Piper. Rene Goulet, Pat Patterson, Tony Gurria, all trying to break it up. I see Joey Morella, the late great Joey Morella. All the meanwhile, yeah, the Macho Man is an innocent bystander. McMahon has jumped down from the booth. He's checking in on Piper. Whoa! And Piper slams McMahon with the wooden chair. What the fuck is going on here? Flair picks up the wooden chair right across the dome piece of Piper. It's chaos. What a scene. And there's Flair holding up the belt as he's walking out. You can hear the fans booing the Nature Boy. Macho Man checking in on things. I mean, this was really, back in the day, chaos. And again, pun intended on that one. Piper's laid out on the concrete.
World champion, huh? You feathered wearing geek.
Piper in studio on prime time. Coming up next, let's listen to Piper.
What did you think was going to happen? You think you were going to take a chair, knock me down, take that 10 pounds of kid, knock me down? I'm going to get my ball, cry because my dog broke his tooth on the Gainsburger, my chicken ran away, and go home? I don't think so. Pooh, Roddy, don't play that. I am the original.
Piper's with Sean Mooney and Bobby the Brain Heenan on prime time.
You Liberace geek, you. Let me tell you.
Liberace geek.
I am the guy that knocked Snook out with the coconut. I am the guy that knocked Miss Fertitta. I am the guy that kicked Cyndi Lauper. That puts you in good company. I am the guy that nailed McMahon with a chair. Now I'm the guy you gotta fight. Now I don't come to win that 10 pounds of tin. I don't give a damn about that 10 pounds of tin. I'm not coming to beat you, Flair. I'm coming to beat you up. All right.
No one did promos like Piper, one of the best in the business.
Will you stay with us? Stick around, will you? All right.
I gotta be honest, a little corny, but I used to like the TV shows. I used to love prime time, even Tuesday Night Titans. I know it changed the business to be a little more cartoonish. I get it, man. Here we go. Let's go back to ringside. It's Hercules Ray Hernandez with Slick, the Slickster, against the Barbarian with Danny Davis, third man in the ring. Talk about a hoss fight. Hercules Hernandez and the Barbarian face to face, two huge behemoths. Hercules, obviously one half of Power and Glory, who was our head trainer, Paul Roma, from Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. The Doctor of Style never really did much for me as an old-time pro wrestling manager. We're here for primetime wrestling. Hercules and the Barbarian. Beautiful collar and elbow into a side headlock by Hercules. Sean Mooney on the commentary.
He never stops talking. That would annoy me.
Barbarian was a beast. I have a videotape, a workout tape here on the channel, on the playlist, with Lee Haney, former multi-time Mr. Olympia Lee Haney, with the Barbarian in Haney's gym, working out, going through a whole routine, and it was probably about a 25-minute video. Unbelievable, and the strength of the Barbarian. Truly one of the underrated, legendary tough men and monster pro grapplers in the world of pro wrestling. Singles or tag team like he was with the Warlord. Barbarian now on top of the ropes with Hercules Ray Hernandez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only a 5 count. Big knife edge back chop. Lord Alfred Hayes and Sean Mooney. This is when the announcing was a little subject. Are you listening to me? Alexa, off. She's listening to me, that mechanical AI bitch. You know I got heat with her, right? You know we're headed down a slippery slope with all this, right? Alexa, it's circling and circling and circling. It's listening. They're watching. Stay mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually fit. Because if he's for us, no one else can be against us. And that's a shoot.
Another clothesline drops the Barbarian. And we're so used to seeing the Barbarian just totally.
You're not going to pin the Barbarian without hooking the leg. Hercules just with a very lackadaisical pin here on the Barbarian. Remember the time frame, fans. Again, I can't thank you enough for being here. I will mix the commentary with their sound. We don't want any copyright strikes. YouTube has had their foot on my throat for months now. You guys know that. And sign up if you want to be a member. I believe it's only $1.99 or $2 a month to be a member here. Show a little support for the channel. Nobody works harder for you than I do. So a shout out to my members. Not needed, but much appreciated. I'd like to make a nickel here or there if I can. I literally got to trick off the dog to feed the cat. What I say, man? Lighten up, kayfabe, what I say. It's entertainment. You never know what I'm going to upload here. You never know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do or how we're going to end. That's why you're here. Let's kick back and watch a little bit of this. Again, Flashback, each episode. I've had a bunch. I did a whole series through the summer of Flashback, going back to the vast vault here at Chaos Chronicles, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of VHS tapes that I taped myself or tape traded during the actual time that it was alive. When I was back in my early and middle 20s, we're going back quite a distance. I am the old man brand, the over 50 demo god. Dare I say over 60? But what I say, man? Barbarian was in tremendous shape. I believe the Barbarian had much more of an impact and was much more of a presence in the pro wrestling world when he was in the NWA and with Jim Crockett Promotions and WCW. They didn't give him the big push in the WWF as they should have. That's just my opinion. Neither did they give it to Hercules. And neither did they to the tag team of Power and Glory. I mean, those are just facts. These chains are getting heavy. Prime time continues here with the GOC. And I hope you guys can appreciate some of the sound and the different commentary and the crowd from back then. Again, the Northeast, WWF, big arenas, big crowds. It really was something. I don't know how much they were piping in the sound back in the 80s. Probably not much. Both men outside of the ring. Hernandez throws Barbarian head first into the steel steps. And there's the Slickster, wearing the white brim. And the old suit and tie. Slick, again, Slick was related to somebody in the business, his stepfather or somebody like that to get him into the business. I never thought much of him as a personality or what he did as a manager. I mean, I guess he was okay for the day. This is back when pro wrestling managers, especially male managers, meant something and had a purpose and actually got involved. A big shove, clubbing forearms by Hercules on the Barbarian. And then they did away with it when he went into the 90s and they went to tits and ass. I mean, just that simple. So the old school managers, persona non grata, there's very few here in 2024 as we're approaching 2025. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Christmas is only a couple weeks away, and then we get into the new year of 2025, and who knows what's going to happen in this country. Politics, wars, rumors of wars, natural disasters, crime, illegal immigration, invasion, price gouging, health care. It's unbelievable. It's the perfect storm. We're living in those times. We are the chosen ones. It's kind of exciting and worrisome at the same time. Now, both men outside the ring, right here. WWF superstars, circa 1987, Hercules Hernandez, the Barbarian, and Danny Davis is the third man, Dangerous Danny Davis, who went on to be a member of the Hart Foundation. Had the pleasure of working with Danny in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling at the Cadillac Ranch. What a class act Danny Davis was. And still is. And the Slickster obviously is here in the corner of Hernandez. Low blow, that's my nutcracker right there. Hernandez out of nowhere onto the Barbarian. The old nutcracker, he's singing soprano. Hernandez with just the Fu Manchu, no beard at this point. Go back and check it out. Wearing the black and white long trunks with the white boots. And the Barbarian didn't have the mohawk, full head of hair, kind of like a mullet. Hernandez going for a series of pins, not hooking the leg. 3 in a row, only a 2 count. both men at their size, we'll say 6'2", 6'3", 250 to 280 pounds, to win the stamina, the strength to go this long. You don't see that in today's age. You just don't see it. You see all light guys, middleweight guys going 20, 25 minutes. Slugging it out, back and forth, rights and lefts. And then those martial arts like chops by the Barbarian. Far side. Misses with the clothesline. Big boot to the jib, and Hernandez goes spilling outside of the ring. If that even sounds the right way. Spilling? The Slickster trying to talk to Hernandez. Hernandez is in a world of hurt. He's on his heels. I mean, he's reeling. He's on Queer Street. I mean, there's no two ways about it. He's stunned. Barbarian lurking, waiting for Hercules to get back in the ring. And here we go. Far side, off the ropes. Big power slam by the Barbarian. Here's the cover. After a 1 count, he gets up and is distracted by the fans. What the heck are you doing, Barbarian? Hercules pulls Hernandez out of the ring. Barbarian had the chance for the pin and the win. You don't screw up against someone like Hercules. Play into the crowd. Back up on the apron. Barbarian's going to try to suplex Hernandez in the hard way. He gets him up, and there it is. Reversal. Hernandez with the pin. Slick holding the leg. 1, 2, 3. That's it. It's over. Hercules wins. Wow. What a reversal of fortune. Barbarian has his hands on the Slickster right now. Oh, 150 pounds in a Slickster. Hercules with an upset win, in my opinion. Barbarian went for that suplex. Hercules scooped underneath him, hooked the leg, and Slick held the other side of the leg right by the ropes. Davis didn't see it. 1, 2, 3. Now, Hernandez has been tossed outside of the ring like yesterday's garbage, yesterday's news, and it's the Slickster and the Barbarian, and this is what the old school manager was used for, what he used to do. Everybody wants to see him get beat the whole match until the end. Barbarian's going to press slam him, and it's all over for the Slickster. Throws him over the top rope onto Hercules. Big bump by Slick, and that's what the old school manager did, the male manager. Took those 2 or 3 bumps a la the GOC, and it meant something. And that's what got your boys over. That's what it's all about. That's what today's business is missing. No two ways about it. It's just the way I see it. A big thing you're missing out on is the old school manager. And I'm not talking about the wise man, Paul Heyman. Let's go to Jim Ross and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
First of all, I've been dormant too long. I've been dormant too long. Let me tell you something, Lex Luger. Don't worry about Dusty Rhodes, the retired Dusty Rhodes. Worry about Dustin Rhodes, because he's hot on your trail. But let's talk about tonight. Just in a little while, I've been assigned to a cause, law, and order, and I'll be damned if I ain't gonna have law and order in just a little while in the Omni.
Omni in Atlanta.
I said I don't get up off my easy chair, ease out of my television room without a reason. I don't walk away from my dog while he's sitting in my lap. I do not leave my old lady hanging unless there's a reason. There is a reason tonight. In just a few hours, there is a reason tonight. There is a reason to come to the Omni. There is a reason to get funky like a monkey.
As they show Dustin Rhodes walking out with Barry Windham right now. So we're looking at JR interviewing Dusty. Windham just came out and Dustin Rhodes.
If you ain't got a car, if you ain't got a bus, if you ain't got a taxi cab, you better get you something and get your honey down there, because they're going to be law and order tonight in the Omni.
Law and order in the Omni, just like coming back to the United States in 2025. Law and order. Now here we are, 1991. We jumped around. I thought we were in 87 earlier, but we were not. When Ric Flair, Macho Man, and Roddy Piper. 1991. And here's the top 10 from WCW in 91. Number 10, Beautiful Bobby. Number 9, The Diamond Stud. Number 8, Johnny B. Bad. Number 7, Cactus Jack. Number 6, Dustin Rhodes. This is the top 10. Number 5, Stunning Steve Austin. Number 4, El Gigante. How the fuck did that ever happen? Number 3, Barry Windham. Number 2, Ron Simmons. And number 1 was Sting. That was your top 10 in 1991. I had the years mixed. I thought the tape was, and the World Heavyweight Champion is Lex Luger in 1991 in WCW. This was the lean years in WCW. And here comes Teddy Long with the black boa and Johnny B. Bad with the pink boa. We see him enter in the building. Holy but Jesus, he stole my gimmick. And now they're showing quick highlights of Big Van Vader. Coming up, Halloween Havoc 1991. So again, I apologize. Earlier I said we were in the time machine of 1987 and Chi-Town Heat. It must be mislabeled. This could be mislabeled or we could be jumping around. But we are in the year 1991 here on Flashback on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. What's going on here? I see a dark screen. I see promos. I'm not sure who it is. Fans, stand with me. And stay with me. And bear with me. There's something going on out here. I'm not quite sure what it is. You never know what you're going to get here on Chaos Corner. Austin, are you with me, brother? Jen, are you out there? We're 25 minutes in. We go back to primetime wrestling. We bounce all over the place from championship program to championship program, from televised to live. And let's see what we have here. We go back to the WWF. Damn mislabeled tapes. I got hundreds of them. And here comes the Legion of Doom, Animal and Hawk, the Road Warriors. They kind of ruined them in the WWF. But oh, what a rush. The best tag team in the history of professional wrestling, in my opinion. I'm just telling you how I see it. Right here, they are the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Again, I got to readjust myself here because we're in the year 1991. And they're going up against one of my old buddies, Mike Fury, a.k.a. the giant 7-foot Primo Carnera. Holy bejesus. Primo was a big, as a matter of fact, he's right here on the poster for Slam Jam. I'm not sure who his partner is here. This is obviously going to be a squash match, but look at the size of Primo, a.k.a. Mike. In the booth, Sean Money, Lord Alfred Hayes. Again, 90, 91, 92. WWF, not as much, but this is what it was all about. WCW was in big trouble as far as programming and stars. Just my opinion. The whole transition from NWA to Jim Crockett to WCW. Big shoulder block by Hawk on Primo, a.k.a. Mike Fury. Animals tagged in now. We know this is going to be a quick match, but look at the size of Primo. Big power slam by Animal on the 7-footer. Elbow drop. Holy bejesus. Now, Mike Fury in the WWF, also known as Primo Carnera III, was also Big Guido in ECW for the FBI. So he's been in several different organizations. Former Puerto Rican heavyweight champion. What I say? I didn't mean it, man. De nada. No offense for all my Spanish-speaking Boricuas. Typhoon and Earthquake. This is when they just did a quick promo. They were at war here, so to speak, and I don't like to use those terms, against the Legion of Doom. And this match has gone much longer than any match with AKA jobbers in the NWA and WCW. Hawk tagged in now with the flying fist to the forehead. Nice snap mare, and the old stomp to the forehead into the body and ribcage. One of my favorite maneuvers. I know I'm doing a lot of commenting right now when we're supposed to be listening to Flashback. That's the purpose of it. Quick tags by the Warriors. Animal back in. Far side. Big shoulder block by the Animal. It's nice to see it. Like I said, Little Guido, a.k.a. Primo Carnera, a.k.a. Mike Fury, was also in Adam Sandler movie, Don't Mess with the Zohan. He was the monster bouncer in the nightclub that picked him up and walked him out of the bar, Adam Sandler. I believe it was Don't Mess with the Zohan. Hope you're doing well, Primo. People forget you were Mike Fury in the WWF and Big Guido, and the FBI and ECW. Double team action, big clothesline by Animal. Clothesline for Fury himself by Hawk, and this is it. And it's nice to hear Gorilla Monsoon, not Sean Mooney. Here we go. Finishing maneuver. Clothesline off the top. It's all over. Hawk with the pin. That's right, it's Lord Alfred and Gino in here. I'm doing so much talking, I can't even hear Gino. I gotta adjust the camera. Stand by. How's that? It's a little better? I know I scared the rats off cheesecake. I make onions cry. I get it. Nice to hear, Gino. Can't wait for Brian Solomon's book to come out on Gorilla Monsoon. Showing the highlights here. That's right. It's Lord Alfred and Gorilla, as I repeat myself. I get it. Pete, repeat. I understand. They're showing Jimmy Hart, Earthquake, and Typhoon on prime time with Sean Mooney. Let me adjust the camera as we listen in on the natural disasters.
Like I said, you better get yourself some natural disaster insurance, baby.
That's right. We won't deal with the natural disasters. The next time we get them in the ring, they're going to polish those belts up.
Fred Ottman.
Because you're always real good.
John Tenta.
Because we're going to give you the beating that you deserve.
The Shockmaster.
Well, it's just like Bobby the Brain Heenan said. They're not going to
Motion detected at front camera. I told Alexa to go off and it's still on.
You guys are the ones that are doomed for disaster.
Tenta was an unbelievable, amazing human being from what I've read and saw and Dark Side of the Ring episode. It didn't belong on Dark Side, that's for sure. Tenta was a beloved, a family man. And here comes, oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage on primetime here on Chaos Corner, circa 1991. The Macho Man, who snapped into a Slim Jim, right? How about when he was in the movie Ready to Rumble with Arquette? And his girl there, Gorgeous George, she really was something. Very nice lady. Macho Man was something. He was jacked. When did that movie come out? 96, maybe? I'm not sure of the time frame here. We got to adjust. You know, I have the 80s op board here with all the bells and whistles and knobs and levers, TV, VCR, all hooked up in one. I mean, I really got like rabbit ears. So bear with me. Bear with me. We're 30 minutes in. Let's see what happens here. We got Bobby the Brain Heenan. This is when Sean Mooney was doing it. Mooney's like a white toast with no butter. Just the way I see it. No offense, man. Lighten up. If you don't like it, change the fucking channel. Now, a Macho Man out with the crowd. Let me see what I could do here. Let me adjust this. Okay. Stand by. Macho Man looking thin right here in 91. So what are you guys up to as we watch here on Flashback again? We'll go anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour on each episode as we listen to the Macho Man, Bobby the Brain Heenan on prime time. And then I'll come back. We'll do some more, depending. Again, my mind's like a lazy Susan. It'll come back around. So I want to give you the time frame of what we're watching here. So when you come on here, you know what we're watching and what we're listening to. There's over 4,000 coming up, 5,000 videos on this channel. Go to the playlist. You'll see the show I do with my wife, Dinner for Two, where we talk in real time, in real life, and you get to know me. Go to the shorts. You'll see my entire family. You get to know who I am in my personal life. Go to the Chaos Corner shows coming up on episode 500. Okay, we have everything from flashback to story time to recording and reporting on live AEW and WWE pay-per-views. We have classics, in-ring classic, playing homage to the ladies of the past in pro wrestling, the legends, the heroes. There is you have my in-ring career, or most of it, and all the talent and workers that I worked with. So if you're interested, this is the place to be. No better than anyone else. This isn't a podcast. This is a fucking show. Okay, in 4 years, 5,000 videos. Let that marinate. No sponsors anymore. Nobody sponsors me. And that's why I keep it simple and raw dog. I respect everyone who has all the graphics and the music and the intros. That's great. And that's why they're big timers in this space. I give it to you real and who I am and what I'm all about. No better, just unique and unique content that I present. As we watch Paul Bearer with The Undertaker. Again, we're circa 1991, and here comes Greg the Hammer Valentine. And since there's something going on here with the audio, I'm going to have to do a little play-by-play. And here's early Undertaker, 1991. Going against the Hammer. Now, you remember, I already mentioned Paul Roma earlier, our head trainer at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling on all social media platforms. It's my home company where I still work for in this business. Do their play-by-play, color commentary, maybe soon to be commissioner. Live Chaos Corner in-ring. Then, of course, speaking of The Undertaker, there's the owner of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling in the WWF from 84 to 92. The youngest grappler at the time in the WWF. Debuted The Undertaker. Was his debut match, along with many others from the Hart Foundation, the Ted DiBiase, and everybody in between. Something definitely wrong here with the audio. Undertaker and the Hammer Valentine. Now, this is early Undertaker. Not with all the tattoos, the old outfit, the pale white skin, all black, wearing the gloves. He's got the silver boots or the gray boots with the gloves. The Hammer's wearing the yellow trunks, yellow boots, in great shape. The Hammer legit badass as well. Those big knife-edge chops on The Undertaker. I wish you guys could hear some of this. And again, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties with the camera here, with the sound, with the tech. So bear with me, man. Hammer far side. Undertaker drops to the knee and that chop up to the throat. And there's, oh, The Undertaker, oh yeah, WWF, my Undertaker with the urn. How's my impression of Percy Pringle, a.k.a. Paul Bearer? And again, I apologize for the technical, because I'm sure you would rather hear some of this than me rumbling, stumbling, mumbling, bumbling, but this is what I do. No script, ad-lib. This is why you're here. This is my love, my motivation, my passion. It comes across. And again, go to my community page here on the channel. I update and report weekly on AEW and the WWE and all other kinds of useless tidbits of information. And again, over on social media on X, aka Twitter, at Big Daddy GOC. And the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos, and I post over there at least every other day in real time. Get on Twitter. It doesn't have to be toxic, especially if you're following me. You'll get all kinds of information on my Twitter, aka at Big Daddy GOC. You want to be a little more personal in the exclusive club? In my world, I have 2 accounts on Facebook. Go over there, sign up, it's free, and you'll find out more about my personal life as long as what I'm promoting in today's world of 2024 and what I'm doing. You get everything from pillar to post to coast, border to border, up and down 95, across 91, and over to 84. That's the interstate, in case you don't know. The sound might be back. So follow me over on Facebook, Jay Brony. That's right, like it sounds, Jay Brony. For all you jabronis, pencil necks, geeks, nerds, virgins, neckbeards, mouth breathers. No offense, man. Jay Brony. And then there's an even more exclusive area to follow my content on Facebook. Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. Let me say it again. Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. Also over at the Guardian of Chaos on Rumble. Follow me on those channels, and you'll have access to who I listen to and who I follow. Again, 4 years, 5,000 videos. I didn't get on YouTube till 2017, and I didn't start publishing until 2019, maybe 2020. Let's listen to Gorilla Monsoon and Lord Alfred Hayes, The Undertaker, and Greg the Hammer Valentine. I can finally give myself a break.
And yet so destructive inside the ring. He fills my heart with a chill. And he doesn't have to go out and rent a costume for Halloween either. Can you imagine kids going to his house for a treat? Wow!
Undertaker misses with the elbow on the Hammer, and the Hammer with his trademark elbow. What a reversal there. Let's go for the figure four. He's got it locked in. Valentine's got it locked in on the Taker. Paul Bearer's up on the apron. I'm a step ahead of you, Gino. I love you, man. And Joey Morella is the referee, Gino's son. At least it looks like him. Paul Bearer did his job. Distract Valentine. Taker from behind with the big forearm shiver across the back. Here comes the tombstone. Forget about it, as Gino said. Put it in the books. Boom. 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 I don't want any copyrights, so boom. Undertaker and Valentine, a good bout. And here we go. Next matchup. Jim the Anvil Neidhart against Skinner, a.k.a. Steve Kern. So they take Steve Kern, an unbelievable grappler, amateur and professional, and they put him as Skinner from the Louisiana swamps when he gets to the WWF. Again, 91. Remember the time frame. This is an excellent time frame to be in here on these tapes that I have. You see where both companies were, and both were sliding. WWF doing a little bit better, but going cartoon. And we know where WCW was transitioning over. Oh, and there's Steve Kern, Skinner, with the old chewing tobacco on the ring underneath the turnbuckle. It spat. Neidhart here in 91. This was not the Hart Foundation of the 80s. And here he is in a singles matchup. I had a chance to work with Neidhart several times. It's here. They're here on the channel. You'll see matches with Yokozuna, Jake the Snake Roberts, yours truly, the Anvil. You guys aren't going to want to miss this. Against the Anvil and Jerry King Lawler. Drop over, step over. Leapfrog. Drop down. Beautiful armed takeover by Skinner. Again, well qualified, and they made him into Skinner. Steve Kern. Listen, when you can do the drop down, step over, leapfrog, arm drag, that's Pro Wrestling 101. He spat in the cup again. Full bearded, wearing the the lumberjack look, but he's supposed to be a gator guy from Louisiana, Florida, wherever, the panhandle. Gino again, Gorilla Monsoon, and Lord Alfred Hayes. You guys know the deal with the chains, right? It's a part of my history. Go up to the description. Thanks for being here. Still here with Anvil Neidhart in the WWF. Now, we spent most of this show at the pace of the 1991 WWF. Very little hopping back to WCW at the time. But don't go anywhere because we're coming right back. We're on about 45 minutes. So after Steve Kern, a.k.a. Skinner, who's biting Anvil right now, we'll come back and we'll hop in and we'll continue to go with Flashback. Don't go anywhere, man. Try to keep these shorter. You let me know a time length. Half an hour, 45 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. Nice reverse chin lock there by Skinner on the anvil. Listen to the crowd. I don't know how the audio is working right now, so I hope we're doing a little bit better. Danny Davis, third man in the ring. The alligator man. Boy, I'll tell you. Let's see, at this time, what am I, in my late 20, like 29 years old, 28, 29 years old, approaching the big 3-0 here in 91, right around the corner. Back to tell you where I was in my time frame. Had made my debut as a pro wrestling manager already. Anvil slamming Kern, with Skinner face first into the turnbuckle, and now he's biting himself. I know I didn't have to really imitate it like that. I know that's part of the persona, the gimmick, the entertainment. Ooh, big right fist, big uppercut. Always watch out for that uppercut. Anvil takes down Skinner. Another big uppercut. Again, it brings me back to my my earlier days. You know, not as a little boy, but just the days of listening to Gorilla Monsoon. I enjoyed Gorilla for all his, chicanery, so to speak, and his wit and sarcasm. There's nobody like him. Double count out? Both men rolling outside the ring? What happened? Don't go anywhere. Time limit? What? Draw? What? Let's get the official word. The time limit has expired. It's a draw between Steve Kern, Skinner, and the Anvil. I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Don't you dare miss it.